Hello everyone, I'm Wolf Street Reporter. Today I'm going to talk about the financial survival guide for US college students. As we all know, the US college tuition fee is extremely high, and also the inflation in US in current years is also very high. So I want to teach students how to fight off the inflation and how to save money when they study. Let's begin. Today's presentation has 11 parts, and I will gradually tell you why we should fight off the inflation, and how we can manage our target, how can we build up the long-term wealth engines, and finally, here are the summary. First of all, here, as we all know, after the COVID-19, US inflation is pretty high, about 2.4% to 5.8%. That means our $100 bills will only buy $84 worth of goods in 5 years at 4% inflation. And also, the tuition fee has increased by 25% over the past decades, and grocery has risen by 11% since 2022. So, these mark highlighting the significance to start saving and learn how to, fight off the inflation. Okay, so I have several parts. The first part, banking and saving cash flow. Well, we can find the credit union accounts over zero fee and free ATM. Also find the auto save apps like accounts random transactions. Also, build up the high yield saving accounts which can offer 4.5% in every year compared to the traditional accounts 0.01%. Also, we should also avoid overdraft fee because they can cause a lot per incident. Next part is credit and debt. Well, we should focus on our secure card strategy. Keeping utilizing fees below 30% leads to credit score of 700 plus, which in return results in lower loan rate. Also, student loan pro tips. Paying interest on student loan while in school can save a significant amount. For example, paying interest on a 5,000 loan at 5% can save $1,400 over 10 years. This proactive approach reduces long-term debt burden. Next, besides banking, saving, debt, here are smart spending. Well, spend smartly. Next, for example, we can just buy the second-hand textbooks and also focus on the transportation saving, like we can just use U-Pass or biking instead of ditching the car. Also, cook the food by yourself and focus on the discount power plays. This can also help you save money when you are a student. Okay, let's talk about some finance stuff. How can we build up the inflation fighting investment portfolio? Well, first of all, create a high yield saving account, which can return a lot, and also build up a I bond, which also can provide a lot, which and also the 2-year CDs also offer a 4.6% return with moderate liquidities and good inflation protections. Then, in the long term, we can try to we can try some ETF stocks. Well, because the expense ratios is very low, and also their historical data shows that their return ratio is pretty high. It has an average return of 10% per inflation. That means you can always fight off the inflation. Just put your money in the S&P 500 index. Now we also can have compound interest. As you can see the formula above, you can try to bet um the po- you can understand the power of compound interest. Now, as we in our daily life, we sometimes will buy something we don't need. Here are some psychological traps. First of all, use mental accounting and also avoid discount the illusion. Don't buy stuff that you don't need. And also automated dollar cost averaging help avoid the fear of missing out on investments. Finally, use data insight. Students who automate investing saving 3.2 times more than those who invest manually, according to the study. So, just build up automation in building wealth. Just use the automation. Now, when students are going to graduate, here are the career bridge strategy. First of all, try to get some certification. They are they get you get because you can get a high payoff. Certifications like CFA, CPA, and PMP offer significant salary premium and short payback period. For example, CFA certification can increase salary by $18,000 with a 14 months payback period, and also focus on the networking, having over 500 LinkedIn connections can lead to 32% faster hiring, according to the LinkedIn data. Now, here are the post-graduation portfolio. Well, use the age-based formula to try to find out your suitable allocations on your assets. And also, here are the inflation adjust mix. Inflation adjust assets allocation includes 40% stocks, 30% real assets, and 20% bonds and 10% cash. This diversified mix help protect against inflation while maximizing return. Now, here are the stock action timeline. Open a high yield saving account in 2025, start saving in ETF in 2026, and build a 3-month emergency funds in 2027, and invest in serial 1 bond, I bond in 2027, and finally rebalance the portfolio in 2028 to ensure it aligns with current financial goal and market condition. Now, here are the key takeaways. First of all, understand our core formula to help you target your to help you understand the importance of credit management, saving, education, and disciplined investments. And also automate saving and investments before negotiating expense. Finally, students who implement 5 or more strategies graduate with an average saving of $7,800. So this shows that the statistic underscore the effectiveness of the strategy discussed. Now, here are our summary, and thanks for your listening.